Hey guys, welcome back, and as you can tell I have a little mini guest on today who doesn't want to stay still. So I thought for today's video we're going to get her to pick my July TBR. So I'm going to get her to choose, I reckon, 6 prompts. I think that's a good mix of books, and then I'm going to go ahead into the other room and choose the books with those prompts. Now this is going to be part 1 to a 2-part series. The next part out of the 6 books, I'm going to put 2 books aside next to each other. I want to try kind of get similar books to compare to each other, and then get her to choose which one I should read out of those 2 books. So that reading vlog is going to be coming out either next week or the week after, but for now we're going to choose the prompts. I'm wondering if I should just like throw them around on the ground or what. Okay, so you ready? Should I just like throw them all on the ground and she can just crawl to whichever, or should I just do a couple? Maybe I'll just do a couple. Okay, so we got 1, 2, we'll go 3. Which one? That one? Yep, okay. I'm going to put these 2 back, but we have our first prompt. Ready? Whoop, we got 1, 2, 3. Whoa! This one? Whoop. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Alright. I'm so curious to see what these... Oh, I got one. Hang on. Let's do a couple more before you move. Oh, you just went to the closest one. You gotta move. You want that one. And we'll do that one. Okay, so that can be number 4. Do I see it? I might get her to dip her hand in and see which one. Alright, you want to choose? Pick one. Good, yeah. Oh, you got 2. Okay, hang on. Hang on. These 2. Which one? Which one? That one. Okay. Ta? Good girl. Alright, ready? Last one. I haven't seen one of these yet, so yeah. Missy. Go. Pick another one. Good job. You got 2 again. Hang on. Alright. Got 2. Which one? Ready? She's coming for the jar. Okay. Alright, ready? Missy. Yeah. Make it fair. Which one? Lucky last. Lucky last one. Oh, okay. We can have that one. Good job. Say ta. Good girl. Alright. Okay, so we officially have all 6 prompts picked out by little miss here. Was that fun? Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead in a moment and pick out the 6 books in the other room while she's asleep. And I don't know whether I should be happy or worried about what prompts come out, because I have 0 idea. They are all mixed. So anyway, I will see you guys shortly. So I do have different glasses on because I literally just put her down and then I left my other glasses in the room. And like, we all know you do not go back in that room like once they're asleep. Just you leave whatever you have in there and you just leave it alone. So I have got her 6 prompts here that she picked out. So if you are new here, hi, I don't have a TBR cart. I keep my TBR on my shelf. So I've got these 2 shelves here full, then plus a couple down the bottom here. But But the ones down the bottom here, I'm honestly like, they're not really on my radar. They are on my TBR, but they've been on my TBR for that long that I don't think I actually want to read them anymore. I'm not interested. That ship has sailed. Okay, so let's jump into it. The first prompt we have is pick a book with a detective or mystery theme. Honestly, I can just go straight into the natural series. I could just pick up book 2. So detective or mystery. The thing is, if any of these romances, if they have like some type of detective in there, I have no idea. I literally have no idea. So I think the only one that I really know is As Good as Dead or Killer Instinct. If I went with As Good as Dead, that's that series finished. I could literally finish a series. But are we going to? I don't think so. So I literally could. So we're going to go with Killer Instinct instead. I read the first book of this last year sometime. I think it was in the last half of last year. It was actually really good and it was really fast paced as well. There is a bit of a romance subplot in this too. It kind of is like a 3-way romance in a way. A love triangle. There's not really much to say about it, but honestly, it's like the teenage version of Criminal Minds. So they are naturally gifted. The FBI ended up finding these teenagers and put them into like a school where they start practicing by solving like closed cases, I'm pretty sure, or like cold cases. And then they don't solve anything real that's currently going on in the first book, but then at the very end they do end up helping with a murder that can't be solved, and they did work it out. So I'm curious to see if in Killer Instinct, if they still help with, you know, real cases, or are they still on the books? So it's going to be interesting. Okay, so next up, I'm just grabbing these by random because I have no idea what they are. We have got, I have the perfect book for this. Read a book with a villain as the main character. Straight away, I know that Emily McIntyre writes villains as main characters. Yeah, the main character is a villain. Wait. Please tell me Hexed is the same. Does she stick with that theme? I need to know. Please. Yes, the main character is a villain. I'm doing this one. I have only read Hooked. I've had this on my shelf for so long. But this is like Little Mermaid retelling. It's kind of like an Ursula retelling. And the main character is actually called Vanessa. It is thick. It is so thick. Oh my god. How many? It's like 520 pages, I think that was. That is crazy. But that is absolutely perfect. You know what? Like... No, I love that. Oh my god. To be honest, I really should have done Scarred, but it's all good. I've been waiting to read Hex for so long. And I also believe it's also I'm saying so many alsos. I also believe that it's on my top 15 books that I want to read for 2025, which we're in July. So like I need to read those books, because it's not getting far. Anyway, next we have, oh, this is going to be easy because there is so many, but read a book from an author that you have never read before. Like 80% of them. Honestly, this one's really easy. So it's just a matter of what do I want to read, but I could do Elsie Silver. I really want to read the Windy City series. Pretty much anything on this shelf I really want to read. I just can't do these 4 or that one because I've got videos planned for them. I went to say the Rule Book but also have Sarah Adams. They're both Sarah Adams. So maybe I need to do a Sarah Adams book. Do I just do When in Rome? Because that's the first one in this series. It's 300 pages. It looks nice and short. The writing is tiny. But do we just do When in Rome? Because I haven't done a Sarah Adams yet. We don't really have a romance picked out yet either, but we also still have another 3 books to pick. Let's do it. We're just going to do that. Okay, When in Rome by Sarah Adams. I've never read any Sarah Adams books before, but I do own 4 of them. And I mean, let's just say I have a little problem. I just have a little problem, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. I just need to get my shit under control. So, for the 4th one, luckily, I'm so glad I done a romance book, to be honest. Next one is read a book with an element of magic or fantasy. Well, so my fantasy ones are here. I really want to read Quicksilver, but the issue is we have Hexed on the TBR. If I read Quicksilver, because I'll show you, it's also massive. These are pretty much the same size. So like if she picks these 2, I'm done for. Like that's all I'm reading in July. But I really want to read it, and I just really want to know about Kingfisher. So pretty much when it comes to the fantasy ones, these are the 3 that are on my radar. We have When the Moon Hatched by Sarah Parker. I always go to say Sarah Jessica Parker, but I know it's not the same person. So yeah, we have When the Moon Hatched, which my partner actually just recently read this, and he said it was okay. But it could be better. He's just more excited to get the 2nd book, so then he can kind of see like where it's going, and hopefully it picks up more. He said if the 2nd book is good, he likes the series. So it was a little bit of a hit and miss. Started off strong, ended poorly, but you know, this one is about an assassin for a rebellion. I know there's dragons in it, or dragon riders. I don't know if it's the same type of like a dragon theme as 4th Wing, as in like where they can talk to each other in their mind and have that connection. I'm not too sure if it's like that. Yeah, so it just says it will transport you into a world filled with magic, dragons, and a love that blazes through the ages. So contender number 1, and then contender number 2, which is Quicksilver, which I said before. And then 3rd, we have The Games Gods Play. Now the thing is, all of these books, they're the first books in the series. The 2nd books are all coming out soon. I'm pretty sure this one comes out in like 3 months. I'm pretty sure this one's also 3 months, but I think this is February 2026. Do not quote me. I'm honestly not too sure, because I'm pretty sure it got pushed back. So yeah, we have The Games Gods Play, which is mythical gods, legends, Greek gods. Like, what more can I say? Honestly, like they battle. So really don't know. Okay, so we're going to do it in this order, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to ask. We're going to get Google. I don't have Siri, but we're going to get them to pick a number. Hey Google, pick a number between 1 and 3. 1. Number 1. Okay, Games God Play it is. Yes. I was low-key hoping for Quicksilver, but like I said, if I read that, there wouldn't be much of a July wrap-up video. Okay, so second last one we have got, oh my gosh, we actually got what we said before, but we've already sorted it out. We've got read a book with romance, but it says with romance. It doesn't necessarily mean a book that is romance genre, but you know, knowing me, we're just gonna go with a romance book, because I swear like majority of books have some type of romance. So what do we do? I mean, we could do Leather and Luck. I do need to read that next one. Honestly, we have like a pretty good like genre range. Okay, romance. I feel like I should do one of these romances that I keep putting off, and I brought them and I was like, I can read these, and I haven't. I don't really want to start a series yet. Okay, so we're gonna do one of these. So do we do Elizabeth of East Hampton, which is a rich boy. She goes away, meets a rich boy, and thinks he's the most obnoxious person she's ever met, and thinks that he hates everyone, but he can't stop thinking about her. Or do I do a hockey romance, because Spiral has just come out not long ago. I say not long ago, it's been a few months, but and this is like I said, a hockey romance where the FMC hates everything about hockey and Aiden is the hockey captain. They obviously fall for each other, and it is sprayed edges. Like, look how like nice that is. It's just plain on there, but I love it. The Spiral is already out, but it's not the sprayed edge version. The sprayed edge version does come out very soon, so I have been holding off buying it to buy that. Do I do this or do I do Elizabeth? I feel like hockey romance is kind of hitting. Hockey romance always hits. So very last prompt, very last book, I feel like she picked out some pretty good ones. So I feel called out. I feel called out. Like, excuse me? A book you were meant to read last year? Just... oh god. I've got to pick this really, really good, honestly. Can I pick a Kindle one for... no, because she'll go for my Kindle, so I can't really do that. What? Come to think about it, I've actually read a lot of the books that I brought last year, so I don't really have that many left, which, I mean, and the ones that I do have, I don't want to read. Like Girl in Pieces, I really don't want to read that. I'm pretty sure I brought these ones this year, I think. Thousand Boy Kisses, I'm actually doing that in another reading vlog, so I can't choose that. The ones that I have left over, like Emily Henry, I'm doing in a reading vlog too. I do have Love Redesigned, which has been sitting here for so long and I haven't read it. So I could do this one. But yeah, actually looking on here, I'm like, you know what? It actually looks pretty good for last year. So if I were to pick one, I could do Reckless, Scarred, or Love Redesigned. I'm not really in the mood for Reckless. Reckless, I'm actually not excited to read. It's one of those ones that I will be forcing myself to read. I wasn't a huge lover of Powerless, and I know you're thinking, why don't you just DNF the series? But I'm a curious cat and I want to know what happens. So let's get this out over and done with. Or I've also got The Housemaid as well. Maybe I should throw a thriller in the mix. Yeah, you know what? I'm honestly more towards The Housemaid than the Powerless trilogy. But I do want to get to the Powerless trilogy one day, because as you know, Fearless came out like a couple of months ago, like 3 months ago. So I do want to get to it so I can read that. But yeah, just obviously another day. Alright, so Little Missy Moo definitely did pick a good selection of books, I admit. And we have such a like wide variety. We have technically 2 thrillers, we have 2 romances, fantasy, and then a villain, which is technically romance. So we ended up with a lot more romance than what we started with. So let's just do a quick little recap. We have got Killer Instinct, which is book 2 in the Naturals series. Then we have Hexed by Emily McIntyre, which this book is really personalized to Emily because she was actually sick when she wrote this. So she says she put a lot of her into it. So I'm very excited to read this. Plus Little Mermaid spin-off. Hello. Next we have When in Rome, which I'm so glad this is on the TBR now because it is so freaking short. Like, it feels so short. It's 300 pages. Like, hello. I'm so glad. But I have heard that this is a really cutesy book. And then next we have Games Gods Play, which, hello, mythical gods, Greek gods. I don't know if there's any romance. I'm guessing there is, but I'm not 100% sure. Then we have Collide, a hockey romance, and last but not least, Housemaid's Secret. This is the second one to the Housemaid series by Frida McFadden. Really quick, super fast-paced thriller book. So that's all the books on the TBR for July. How exciting. And you know what? Come back for part 2, because in part 2 I'm pretty much going to be putting like 2 books next to each other, and little Missy Moo is going to pick which one I read for the reading vlog. So that will be up either next week or the week after, probably the week after. But make sure to come back, check that out. I feel like she's going to do such a good job picking. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoy today's video. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to do or see or read or vlogs, anything. Let me know. I would love to chat to you about that. Anyway, bye.